Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to the Adventure Incorporated podcast. I am your dungeon master. My name is Anthony Reed. This is episode 76, and it is part of the Oracle story arc. Patrons, shout out to the patrons. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the patron alarm. Patrons, you're the best, and we appreciate you greatly. And shout out now to the non-patrons. Fix that. Go to patreon.com/adventureinc, become a patron, and you'll get the whoop whoop and not the... Let's get started. Nobles and farmers, knights and scoundrels, gather round to hear a tale of excitement and mystery. Brave adventurers facing grave dangers. Belroth, the ranger.
She's a Grimalkin, but that's understood. No pets allowed, even though she's not a pet. I will wait outside. Everyone, if anyone needs anything, I am outside.
Skarpin, the cleric.
Should I just try and snipe them from over here?
Yeah, okay. I did say they were as good as dead. I would hate for my, to break my word on our first contract as Adventure Incorporated.
Ellori, the bard.
We would want you to leave this warehouse.
He points behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Church.
Oh, sorry. We want you to leave this church.
ReedDeeran, the wizard.
He say you no worship Shattered Fang.
Yeah, man, he's like super wrong. We love Shattered Fang, man.
Prepare yourselves, for these are the tales of Adventure Incorporated. So, Ellori runs up out of the palace, out into the street, and about, 15 seconds down the street, you suddenly pop into existence. Surprisingly, the people of Verena don't seem too affected by that.
Okay.
That's maybe not an everyday occurrence, but it's certainly weird enough stuff happens in the city that they just sort of take it in stride. As you just pop
Ellori
into
is
existence.
affected by
Oh
it.
yeah, I imagine so.
She's gonna oh gosh, oh geez, oh gosh, oh gosh, I'm so sorry, her way out of the city.
You get to the edge of the city, and you can see the pavilion that's been set up. Already, a bunch of people are at the pavilion. The play is in progress.
Okay. She's gonna sneak up to watch it.
And you can see that Adra is right there at the edge on the back, watching with her arms folded. She's clearly fuming and angry as you come up beside her.
Adra, be very, very quiet. Don't react.
She looks back at you. She's like, "Oh my God, there you are!" A whole bunch of people. Shh, shh. She's like, "Oh, I was so worried that you weren't going to be able to figure out what to do."
Oh yeah, I figured it out and a lot more. Hey, is the Viscount here?
Yeah, the Viscount is
He
down
actually came?
there. The Viscount came, yeah.
I thought that was a whole thing, a whole part of the lie.
Oh, it turns out the message was real, but that whoever that was that came to deliver the message had jumped the actual messenger along the way and taken the message.
Oh, does he look like he's liking it?
I haven't really seen a good look at the Viscount, but I wouldn't really say it looks like he's paying attention from what I've been hearing.
Oh, he's probably mad that a lot of his super important documents were stolen today.
I don't know if he's mad about much of anything. He just sort of looks aloof.
Oh, well, how does his grandma look? And she kind of cranes her neck to look at the grandma.
I did see her. She looks mad.
Oh, gosh.
Just sort of
Okay.
in general.
Okay. Hey. Remember I told you about that dream?
Yeah.
Okay, in the dream, I did a thing where I went invisible. Like, you know how I can do some magic, but like not like I'll just party trick magic?
Sure.
Well, I did like actual magic in my dream, and when I was escaping from jail, I thought, what if I just tried that? And I did it, and it worked.
Her eyes go wide, and she like grabs you on your arm, and she like pulls you close, and she's like, "You!" Like her face is like right up against your face, and she's like, "You went invisible?
Yeah.
This is gonna make things so much easier."
No, Adra, you can't.
Yeah, whenever we need to get us somewhere now, you can just turn us invisible, and then we'll just go out the front door.
No, Adra, you don't understand. I'm a criminal now.
Yeah, I know.
And I can never. I don't know what I'm gonna do because
It's gonna be great.
no, it's terrible. I'm wanted and for a reason.
Do they know who you are?
I definitely introduced myself. It's a habit I've got that I probably should break now that I'm a wanted person.
Okay, but so they know your name is Ellori.
No, my whole name. I gave them my whole... Do you think they're going to go to Grandma?
Well, do they know to look for you in Naya?
I can't fully remember, but I probably did tell them that's where I'm from. I probably said something. There were a lot of times the guards passed by back and forth, and I'm pretty sure I said, my grandmother Idra Rialtonum will hear of this, and she lives in Naya, and just wait till she gets a hold of you boys.
Then yeah, they're probably going to talk to your grandma in Naya. It sounds like maybe you just sort of, you made that happen, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, no, now that I'm reflecting on it.
Because like imagine this, if you got caught and they asked you your name and you didn't tell them, right? And then you went invisible and you disappeared, and then they'd have no idea who to look for.
Okay, well, this makes sense coming from you, a regular criminal.
Well, I don't know. I don't feel like I've ever stolen top secret documents. This is new even for...
I didn't steal anything. It was Elton, the king of thieves. Again, a stupid name.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, Ellori. Yeah, they'll probably let your grandma know. They're probably going to be looking for you.
Oh, boy.
You need a new name, a fake name.
Okay.
Yeah, what if you went by one of the names you're always giving the mendicants? Like, what if you're Bartholomew now?
I could rock a Bartholomew.
Yeah.
But there's another thing I should probably tell you.
What's that?
I also told them that I wrote the play that's happening right now.
Oh, no.
And that it's happening right
now. She looks at you. She goes, well, you better find a place to hide.
Yeah, I just really wanted to see my work on stage, and this is a really bad opening. Like, for me personally, I'm sure they're doing a great job. How was Madison's bleat?
You glance on stage, and he's like, meh. It's nowhere near as good as you was earlier. Something's not right.
No. Oh no.
He's clearly nervous.
Yeah. Oh, Madison, you've got this. All right. Well, is there a good place to hide? I feel like you'd know. And I don't mean that to be rude. Okay.
She grabs you by the hand and just starts running along the outside edge of the room, of the like area where all the seats are, out here in the open air. And she takes you to the back of like the costume carriage that they have set up, like off to the edge. From this vantage point, you can see over to the crowd, and you can see the Duke and the Duchess and the Viscount, who they've brought in a special chair for the Viscount that is not just a chair. It's like one of those long like lounges.
Oh, sure.
And he's just like, he is not watching the play. He's just laying on the lounge. He's very portly, we'll say. And he's got like a baby face. but he's just like eating grapes in this lounge.
Are they being fed to him?
There's someone there to feed him, but he is grabbing them by the handfuls because they're not feeding him like fast enough for his liking.
Got it.
And he just keeps talking to the Duke, who is trying to watch the play. But then also, whenever the Duke talks, when the Viscount talks, the Duke has to pay attention to the Viscount. Just behind the Viscount, you can see someone who has to be the Dowager Sorella Horton. And she is just imperiously watching with we'll say a thin line across her mouth as she just watches the play unfold. As you get up into the back of the thing and like you get the sense that like her attention snaps to you for just a moment as you're pushed into the back of this costume cart.
Okay. Yeah, Ellori's gonna be as quiet as she can and like try to make herself comfortable, I guess.
Yeah, so she's like, Adra is behind you, like trying to get you into a position. She's like, turns up and motions to one of the mendicants who comes in and is like, "What do you need, my dears?" And Adra's like, "We need to hide her, quick." And the mendicant nods, like, this is totally normal, walks over and pulls up a panel on the floor. And there's a small crawl space that is underneath the floorboards of the carriage, but like down, like you're down in the axles and wheel wells stuff, but there's a space for people to stow away. And she says, "Sometimes when we are making a quick retreat, this is necessary. You may hide here."
Okay.
And yeah, the thing closes. And from this position, you hear the play, you hear some of the lines you've written resounding out across the whole audience. You hear the reactions. And then you hear a sound of shouting coming from down the road.
Like, the play's over, though, right? At least give her that. Like, the play ends, people bow, and then the guards come crashing in.
It's right after the second act. It's getting, like, real dramatic. Things are building to a crescendo, and in come the guards. And they, you really try to, like hear what's happening to the best of your ability as the guards come pounding in, and you can hear them. They report to the Dowager as the audience is all screaming. Everyone's like, things are getting broken up, being pushed away. People are moving around, and you can hear them saying like, "Yes, the person we caught ransacking your office, they've escaped. We don't know where they are, but we know they were supposed to be here." And the Dowager says, "Thank you. Lead these people out safely." And you hear silence for a little while, or you hear the sounds of people leaving, and then there is silence, and then a voice calls out in the night, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. 15. Saving throw, 17.
The voice that calls out is a song. It is a woman's voice singing a haunting melody that you are not familiar with, but you feel drawn to. Your fear of the situation is enough to keep you rooted in underneath this little place, but there's something supernatural, surreal about this music that is calling out to you, and you can't quite put your finger on it.
And I can't like place it to anything that happened in the quote unquote dream.
No.
Okay.
There's something else happening there.
Okay. Ellori's going to wait it out. Yeah.
Yeah. The music's, the sound, she sings for a couple of moments, and then she says, Wherever you are, little undead, I will not hurt you. I simply wish to speak. And then go ahead.
No. You.
Nope. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, have the other noises all subsided? Like everything else.
Everything
like,
else is silent.
Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't sound like you're not even hearing like the mendicants moving around anymore.
Right.
Like,
okay.
Everyone has been herded away.
Okay. What did you need a check for?
Another wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so that's a 17.
Okay. There's another pressure pushed upon you. This one is a little bit different. It is similar to what you felt before, but it seems to have a different source. Then it's not the music, but there is like a pointed pinprick that is where everything is emanating from, and you can feel a draw to that place, to that thing in this area, but you haven't. But you resist it again.
Okay. Ellori's not gonna resist it.
Okay.
Like, she's gonna... At this point...
There is a difference here. I want to be clear. You can resist it and still get out and go and look and see what's happening, or you cannot resist it. You don't really know what will happen if you don't resist it.
Okay. Sorry, yeah, she is going to get out of the cart and see what it is. She will resist whatever magic this is, but she is curious enough.
So you open the little hatch, you push out, and I think maybe you can even just find like a little crack in the canvas to like look out of this carriage without exposing yourself per se. And you can see the Dowager. She is holding in her hand a small box. The box is an intricate metal box. Tons of small, like, runes of layers and layers of these little intricate metal bars. And it is opened up. And it is from that opening where a sort of purpley miasma has been pouring out that you're feeling drawn to. And it almost looks like a small glowing figure is hovering over the box. And she says, she's talking to the box. She says, "Your power is not working." And the box, in a raspy voice, whispers back. It says, "This creature is not as dead as I would expect." And so she puts her hand on the box again, and once more a wave of that power comes out again. So I need another wisdom saving throw.
19.
And it says, "There are too many of their kind, those who have been touched by death, but are not dead. I can control the dead. I cannot control them." She takes the box. She just like shuts the top of it angrily and starts to like looks around this empty area looking for you. And she calls out again, "I will not hurt you, child. You know things I must know."
Ellori is going to... Is there something around that she can, like, scribble on?
Yeah, I mean, there's canvas in front of you, right? The canvas on the edges of this carriage. There's costuming. There's the floor. There's
But there's
all
like
kinds of
paint
stuff.
or like a pen that's just something that like easily within. Okay, so she's gonna grab a little like tiny little paintbrush.
I think that's a good one, like a little paintbrush with a little pot of paint.
And on the cart itself, she's gonna just scribble "scary grandma" in case I disappear. Ellori.
Okay, perfect.
Like in like as inconspicuous a space on the Okay, and then she is going to step out and she's gonna be like, "Okay, Viscount Grandma, here I am."
her attention snaps to you directly, and you can see in her eyes a hardness, that there is this darkness behind her.
Okay, the first thing I want to say is that I didn't steal any of your papers. It was someone named Elton, or the King of Thieves, and he made me go there because he was saying we were trying to get flowers, your favorite flowers, for the performance tonight, and then I got put into your jail, and nobody would listen to me, which is the only reason I escaped, and I wouldn't want to. I would never be a criminal. You can ask my grandma if you want to. She would vouch that I would never be a criminal, and so I just wanted to say that, first of all, I didn't steal anything from you.
How would you like an opportunity to right your wrongs?
Oh, if you could make it so I'm not a criminal anymore, and I can go home proud to my grandma, I would do anything that's not illegal. Because if I did something illegal to clear my name of being a criminal, I would just be a criminal at heart instead of a criminal on paper.
When it comes to what is legal and what is illegal, I ask you to hunt someone who is, at their core, treasonous.
Okay, hunting makes it sound like it's not super great.
You have knowledge that I need you to exploit.
I want you to work on your word choice. Like, exploit is also bad. Maybe we can say, I'm going to go find someone with the special knowledge I have that we can encourage use of.
I don't have time to give you flowery words.
Okay.
I need you to find this King of Thieves, and I need you to make sure that he does not do anything with the knowledge he has gained, and the only way I can be sure you can do that is if you return his head to me.
Okay, so first of all, I've been consuming a lot of media lately that really dives into the area of vigilante justice. One of the famous characters just kills everyone, just blows their heads off and comes right, he would bring you their head. The other one is a little different. He's a religious man, and he talks to his priest about it, but doesn't kill anyone yet, at least. So, I think I would like to be that one. And if I may, if this is something that I do, I can bring you his head while it's still on his body for you to then deal with in the way that you prefer.
If you do not have the stomach for it, then that is fine. I will wield the blade. I simply need him here, and I need that information, and anyone he has shared that information with.
So you need me to find the King of Thieves and bring him to you? Sounds easy enough.
In order to do that, I think you will need more than you have, and I can offer that to you.
Can you give me like a little insight of what that means? Like money or friends?
There are two parts of you. There is a part of you that has been with you since you were born, and there is a part of you that became part of you. Looking at you...
Yeah, you're talking about these, aren't you? And she points at her fangs.
Yes. If you are willing to embrace those more fully than they are, I can grant that power to you. You will be stronger, faster, probably no less naive, but we can only do so much.
You're talking about being a real vampire, aren't you?
She smiles a bit and she says, "Yes, I am."
Ma'am, no disrespect, but no thank you.
Do you think you can do this without this?
Yes. Listen, I had a dream last night, and then I tried to do something from that dream, and I did it. So I think maybe I can do a lot more than, it's like my grandma always says, if you believe that you can do something, you're halfway there to doing it.
If you fail me, and you cannot achieve this by dawn, I will not give you the choice in this matter.
Well, then I guess I better get hustling, huh?
Indeed.
Can I bring a friend with me?
Do whatever you must.
Okay.
That information cannot get out.
That I have a friend or just the stuff that he stole?
The information he stole.
Okay. No, she's good at keeping secrets.
If she knows the information on that in those documents, then she will share the fate of the King of Thieves.
Okay, I'm going to leave her at home because she's very nosy, so she would definitely read what's in there. And God, I'm so stressed. And Ellori is going to like do one of those things like where you have to like you should like run away from someone to get going on something, but like she's gonna like half curtsy and like walk backwards as she's like curtsying and like looking like away a little bit, kind of like, can I leave? And also like, I want to leave now.
She says nothing to you, but she does tuck away the box and just looks, I would say, maybe incredulous as you leave.
Okay. Once Ellori gets a safe distance, like backing up and curtsying, she's just going to like bolt off back in the direction of Verena.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
At advantage?
No.
Perception. That's not bad. 18.
Okay. Still, as you run back, suddenly, from out of the bushes, you are grabbed. And like, it's Adra, and she's like, how'd it go? How did it go? Are you okay?
Okay, I'm okay. But listen, I've got to go do something. Can you just tell me it's okay if I have to do things that are maybe objectively bad tonight?
Of course it is.
Okay.
Did that make you feel better?
Ellori gives her a hug. Yeah. Ellori gives her a hug.
All right, what do we have to do?
Oh, I can't bring you with me.
What do you mean you can't bring me with you?
Because Grandma's gonna kill you.
I can't let you go alone.
No, I have to, though.
Well, what if you get hurt?
I imagine I'm gonna.
I can't just sit here and wait for you.
Well,
I think we've lost our ride. Look, you take me with... You're going to have to take me with you. It's the only way.
okay, but you have to do something for me.
What?
If we find the guy named Elton, you have to promise me with all your heart that you don't read anything he's got.
Well, okay. That's a weird promise, but okay.
If you know anything that he knows, if he says anything, you got to shut your ears and then run away. If I say go, you got to run, because that lady is gonna kill you. If anyone knows anything that he's got, she's just gonna kill you, and I believe she will.
Okay, but she leans in. How would she know I knew?
No, because she knows. She's gonna know. She's got a magic box that tells her everything. The magic box told her that I was a vampire and not a full vampire.
Well, okay. But maybe it just knows that, you know?
No, I think this box knows everything.
Well, if it already knows everything, then why are we looking for this guy?
That's a great question, Adra. That's a great question. But honestly, I could use you because you're so much better at talking to, people that are not as nice, maybe.
Unsavory types.
I didn't want to say that because I thought it might come across as mean.
Okay.
But yeah. All right. So, oh boy. Okay, so we've got to find the King of Thieves. Why don't we go ask around at some taverns? Like, can you teach me? Maybe here's the thing. Could you give me like a 2-minute lesson in how to get information from people, and then you can feel confident that you've sent me on my way, and I don't have to worry that lady's gonna kill you.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Sure. You just well, Ellori, the first thing you gotta do is stop telling him so much about yourself. It's more about listening than it is talking.
Okay, don't talk about myself.
Right. People generally like to talk about themselves, so you really gotta open the door for them to say the words, and then just do your best to listen.
Okay.
So here's another thing. You gotta be real circumspect about things you have to say. Don't be so direct in the questions you're asking.
Oh, so if I shouldn't go up to someone and say, "Hey, do you know where the King of Thieves hangs out?"
Yeah, that's probably. Oh boy. I don't know if it's the best idea for me to just let you loose like this.
That's good advice. What should I ask? What would you ask?
Maybe I would find someone I thought maybe looked like they might know a little something, and say, that you're looking for an acquaintance, and when they ask you for more information, you say, this King of Thieves, what do you know about him?
I know what he looks like, what he talks like.
Great. So you could say that you were looking for an acquaintance that could help you acquire, because if he's a King of Thieves, probably he's good at stealing stuff, right? Mm-hmm. He could let you acquire some of your belongings that are no longer in your hands, but that you need to be getting back, right? Like you're feigning like you're gonna hire him for a job.
Oh, I got it. No, I got it. Thanks, Adra. If I'm not back by dawn, it's because I'm dead.
Okay, well, you're really making it very hard for me to let you just go on this without me. I feel like you really can't do that. Like, I gotta help you.
Adra, I can do anything. And she gives her another hug and she runs away.
Okay.
She's gonna go to a tavern.
Okay. You wander into a tavern.
She is going to do like an investigation check for like the loneliest, shiftiest person. Someone who looks like they want to chat.
Okay. You go up to the bar to someone who's clearly had a few drinks. You can tell he's got a dark cloak, what maybe looks like a dagger, strapped to his thigh. And he looks real rough. He's got a big scar over his eye. And he turns to you and he says, hey there, little lady, what can I help you with?
Hey there, stranger. My name's Bartholomew. That is my real name. Can I sit down?
I like that Ellori's accent sounds like the aliens from Galaxy Quest. Okay. He's like, sure, you can sit. What can I get you to drink? A drink for the lady.
Oh, I love drinking. Get me one of the house ones.
The bartender looks at you and then just walks off to get you something. He comes back with something that looks like if someone told you it was dirty water, you wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, God. Okay. All right. She's gonna take a big old swig and she's just gonna hold it in.
Oh, well. Look at you, lass.
Look at me, indeed. Hey, speaking of looking. I'm looking for a friend of mine.
He goes,
He has my stuff. We were in love. And he took my stuff. I can't do this.
he says, oh, okay. Well, that's unfortunate. You never like to see your stuff taken, even by the ones you love. Maybe especially by the ones you love.
Yeah. Maybe you know him. He looks like this and sounds like this, and she describes all of that.
When you start to do your King of Thieves impression, he goes quiet. He goes, I don't think I can help you.
Even though it was love?
Well, I don't know anything about that, but maybe probably just for the best if I don't get involved.
That's what he said when he left with my stuff.
That it was best if he didn't get involved?
Yeah, romantically. More than we already were.
So, wait, I shouldn't ask you this, but I'm just real curious. So, what you're saying is that he showed up and you had a romantic tryst of some degree that you were clearly more involved in than he was. He stole all your stuff.
Degree.
Okay, so you fell in love with the King of Thieves is what you're trying to tell me.
The what? He told me his name was Ronaldo.
Oh, lass. I don't want to be the one to tell you I guess you already know that he's a thief.
Yeah, 'cause he took half my stuff.
Just half? He just took half your stuff?
Yeah, the good half, though.
I don't even know where to go from
You have to go anywhere. I've got this. If you don't want to tell me, maybe you can give me someone who could. I really like my stuff.
Lass, it's probably just better to cut your losses. It's, he's a dangerous fellow. You maybe got off lucky.
No, one of the things he took was from my grandpa.
I'm sorry, did you... Bless you. It sounded like maybe you sneezed a little in there.
No, grandpa, definitely not my grandma. It's not my grandma that's important to me. That would be crazy.
Oh boy, she really doesn't like her grandma. I don't know. Feels like there's some buried trauma there I don't want to dredge up.
Yeah, it's my grandpa. He's important to me. He says a lot of smart things, and one of the things he gave me, Ronaldo took.
Okay, well, I still think your grandpa would rather have you
arrive
He's
at home.
dead.
Oh, lass, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's fine. I have no family. Just that one thing from my grandpa that Ronaldo took, and that's why I want it back. I don't even care if he's a king of thieves. I just want the one thing he thieved from me.
Well, how much money you got?
Oh, enough?
Well, maybe you can hire some people to go and deal with...
No, I need it back
Ronaldo.
by dawn for very specific reasons.
Look, lass, I can't let you go and get yourself killed because I gave you the whereabouts of the King of Thieves who will kill you, and then probably me.
Hey, I am willing to die for Ronaldo.
All right, well, I'm not willing to die for Ronaldo.
I won't tell him you sent me. I'll tell him I went to the spell slingers. There are like 1,000 of those. He'll never know.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay, yeah, good.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God. Okay. 14 plus 9. Yeah, that's a 23.
He rolled a 3.
Yeah, he did,
very-
because she's so persuasive.
And he's very hammered. He's like, okay, all right, lass, here you go. I'll tell you what I know. Okay, the King of Thieves has a bunch of safe houses around the city. Bunch of little hideouts. But they're all connected, you see? They're all connected. Underground. By tunnels through the sewers. So if you go into the sewer... And I know you don't look like the kind of lass who hangs out in the sewers.
I'll do it for Ronaldo.
Well, if you go in the sewers, you're bound to find a path that'll lead you where you need to go. You just gotta look for the bodies.
Oh, has he, a lot of people?
I don't know which you're talking about, but probably yeah.
Okay. And so I just want to, at the time that he said, like, they're all connected, it's all connected, Ellori had, like, a very visceral flash to, like, quote-unquote, ReedDeeran. And that gave her, like, a little bit of renewed vigor for this.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so go to the sewers and find the bodies, and then I'll find Ronaldo.
Yeah, that's where you'll find him.
Okay, I won't tell him you sent me.
Please don't.
No, I won't. I said I won't. You can count on me. I'm honest.
Okay, I feel like I can trust you less now, but... oh boy, what have I done? I'm gonna need another housewife.
She leaves. She is so chuffed with herself. Like, she walks out of the bar and she does like a little like, yes, I'm so good at this. Kind of like internal celebration. Because that could not have gone better in her life. And I guess she's going to find the sewers.
Yeah,
Here we
I
go.
mean, you find a sewer pretty easy. They're all over the place. And before long, you find yourself down in the sewers of Verena.
She's going to walk along them. I mean, I imagine, like, yes, they're connected, but, like, offshoots are going to be pretty short.
Yeah, I mean, there's
to,
pretty
like-
much the way that it works is that it's sort of like a central artery and then
Okay,
like
yeah.
veins that shoot out, right? So, it's not long before you find what is this central artery that he has built his little like safe houses off of.
Okay.
And so you get down into that central artery and you can definitely see that this is a path that has been
tread more commonly, and you do find as well corpses sort of laid out along this path. Clearly, these are not well maintained, or if they are, they're ignored. As you make your way down deeper into this, and all of the traffic seems to, like, all of the pathways seem to sort of all converge to the same place, which, as you reach toward the end of this long sewerway, leads to a large cistern that you can tell seems to have been modified into a space where people have taken residence. And there are a couple of thuggish-looking guards outside this space. And you can tell that it's like a bit of like a hiding hole.
Okay. Thuggish-looking guards, but other than that, it's open?
Yeah.
Okay. She is going to whisper, like, inside her head, take a look for the invisible girl, made of flesh but quiet as air. If you're trying to catch her coming, she's not there. And I'm going to tell you it does not work.
Okay.
Because she does not have enough spell slots for it to work.
Okay, perfect.
But she wouldn't really have that capacity, like, of knowledge.
Yeah, perfect. That's perfect. I love that.
Okay. So she tries it, and she does not go invisible. And then she starts to panic a little bit. Because she was like, she was just banging, oh, I did that in my dream? Yeah, let's just do that one again, over and over. And, like, she knows how her magic works, but, like, no sense of, like, accruing those powers as she grows, so.
Right. I love that.
Well, I hate it. So she is going to just...
Give me a perception check.
Oh, okay. She's not gonna do shit, I bet. Oof. 8, 12, 13.
You hear from behind you someone slip on some squidgy mess on the ground and let out like oh, and then they slam onto the stones behind you. They were clearly trying to tail you, and they failed. And you're now aware of them.
Ellori turns around.
Yeah, it's Ada. As she scrambles back up, and she like tucks herself behind the little wall, hoping you didn't see her.
Adra, what are you doing here?
I'm not.
Okay. Listen, you got to stay here. And if I scream, give me a word, and if I scream it, you go get help, okay?
She comes. You'll need my help. Look,
I got all the way here without your help. Did you hear how good I did in there? Were you following me into the bar?
Yes, I
did
hear.
so good. I got all the information I needed, and I played such a good character. I should be in the next play I write. I'm writing for me. I'm going to be the star of it because I'm so good at acting.
Look, do you see those two guys over there?
Yeah.
You think you're going to be able to walk past them with the same bit?
No, I was planning on changing it up a little bit.
I don't think we're going to get past them unless you're willing to, you know. And she pulls out. She pulls out a club.
No,
and she like waves it around.
No. Listen, I've got an idea. Do you trust me?
Yes.
She pulls out a little bit of like rope from her pack.
Okay, yeah, tie him up. That's fine, but you should probably club him first.
She grabs Adra's hands and wraps the rope around him, like loosely. So she would be able to wiggle out of them pretty easy.
Ah, the old bugbear prisoner gag.
Yup. That sounds fun.
She lets you tie her hands up loosely.
Okay. And then she's gonna give her like a thumbs up. We got this.
Okay.
Ellori is going to stride right up to the guards and say, I caught this one snooping around.
The guard. So, roll a persuasion check.
16. The +9.
Okay. You walk up, and one of the guards looks at her and says, "What was she doing?"
Snooping around.
And the other guard says, "Who are you?"
I'm Madison.
I've never seen you around here before.
Oh, yeah, well, the King of Thieves is my personal friend and boss. You're allowed to be friends with your boss.
They look at each other. They look pretty incredulous.
Oh, just because you're not friends with the King of Thieves also? And he's your boss? That must be sad for you.
Roll another persuasion check.
Nat 20! 29.
The less incredulous guard is like, "I'm friends with my boss. It's fine." But
That's what I said.
and the other one says, "If you were friends with the King of Thieves, we'd have seen you here before, wouldn't we?"
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, we would have. That's what I'm
Would
saying.
you have?
What? Well, how would we not have?
How would you not have? Maybe you didn't open your eyes.
I mean, we guard. That's what we do. We guard.
Oh, is this the only way into the King of Thieves' lair, is it?
They look at each other. Well,
Oh, yeah, there's more than one entrance. That's what I'm saying. You know, Danny and Emilio at the other entrance. I see them all the time. I've never seen you, so how do I know you work for the King of Thieves?
Danny and Emilio.
Yeah. They're the guards at the special entrance that the King of Thieves' friends go into.
If we weren't working for the King of Thieves, why would we be guarding the place?
I don't know, you tell me. But by your logic, since I've never seen you and you've never seen me, clearly we just haven't crossed paths. How many people do you think work for the King of Thieves?
Well, I mean, I guess.
Do you
a
know
lot.
every single one?
Well, no, of course not.
That's what I'm saying. Now let me through.
They look at each other again, and then they move aside and let you walk through. The look on Adra's face, she's just like horrified and like looks really
Impressed.
nervous.
She's impressed. You can say it.
And you walk into this, what looks like, honestly, it looks a lot like a tavern as you walk into here. The way that it's set up, there are some places over to the side with some beds, like bunks set up for people to rest, and there are some people resting. And then there are some tables. People are like chatting, like playing games. There's a place for drinks. And there is a door into the back that seems to lead to a little staircase. And it that seems to like it's marked with signage that like makes sense. It's definitely where the King of Thieves is.
Okay. She's gonna go there.
Okay. You just like march across this place with
Yep, with Adra in tow.
Adra in tow. You start to head up the stairs and someone's like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Hey, I want you to go in there, and I want you to tell the King of Thieves to take a look out and see who's standing at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay.
It's me, not this girl. It's me. Like, pointing to me. Don't point. She, trust me, it'll mean more if it's me.
He steps into the office, and the door swings open, and the King of Thieves looks down, And he lets out a laugh. So you survived after all, Lathy. Come on up.
She nods and walks right up the stairs, and she like gives Adra like a real like thumbs up as they go.
Adra's hands still bound, like her eyes are wide, and she's just like stunned as she looks around, and she follows you up.
Well, because like I feel like Adra's like a petty criminal, right? Like she's a pain in the butt, but she's not a bad person.
Yeah,
and so like this level of.
I think the normal dynamic between Adra and you is that Adra gets into scrapes like this and gets out of scrapes like this, and that she really just kind of drags you around, right?
Yeah.
And now it's the other way around, and I think it's a little much for her. Yep.
Okay. So Ellori goes up into the King of Thieves' office.
And it leads up into, the stairs go up quite a ways, and it leads you right up into a mansion. You're now in a very nice looking home, with a stairway that was cut down into a side passage, just right up into this nice home.
Like this is like above the ground in Verena?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that's wild.
And he leads you down a pathway into, a long, basically meeting room with a beautiful wooden table, bright red hangings on the walls, or like a dark red, like a deep red hangings on the walls. It's very luxurious in this place. It looks beautiful.
No, we've seen this before.
You see it from your dream. Yes.
Yes.
It
okay.
It resonates in your mind from the dream that you had.
Ellori's going to be really thrown off in this. Because she, even downtown Verena, if she had seen it before, it's a city, she had seen cities, so she could pass that off as, she just imagined it really well, but this is, too specific.
And he sits down, and he says, "Please, take a seat. I'll be happy to have a conversation with you, now that I see you are free from your bonds. I have to say, I'm impressed."
Thank you. And I think with this house, all of the memories of the actual King of Thieves start coming back as well. In the same way that you really remember the feeling, the vibe of a dream when you wake up, but not all the specifics. And then she starts kicking herself that she really should have recognized this man earlier. If she had been more in tune with that was a realistic possibility.
Sure.
And so all of those things are starting to so she's very overwhelmed. So she's going to sit in contemplation for a second while he's talking. She's working on some things in her brain right now.
Obviously, you were probably a bit sour about how our last interaction ended, and I don't love to leave interactions that way, especially when the person I'm dealing with is someone I can, potentially make a deal with again. You have proven yourself to be more competent than I would have surmised, maybe than I expected after our brief interaction. So let's talk a little bit. Maybe there's something we can do here. I delivered the message you asked, as undoubtedly you could tell.
No, I do appreciate that. Even though you are a criminal, you did follow through on your word, so I thank you for that. I just have we met before? Before this afternoon?
Well, I very rarely forget a face, and I do not believe so.
Okay, I've been having a day, as you can imagine. I'm really tired. And I would like to I just want to know why. What was so important in those documents that you had to bring me into it? And why me?
It wasn't personal. I needed access, and I needed apathy, and you were both. I I needed a reason for us to bring some people up in there, and I needed someone I could pin it on. And unfortunately, you were just the easiest target to pin it on.
Okay, that doesn't make me feel great about myself. So when you say it's not personal and then you say all these things that are kind of mean about me, it's hard not to take that personal. But ignoring that
let
for
me
the
rephrase
moment.
it. It's personal to you because I don't think I could have gotten anybody else to do what I got you to do. But it's not personal in a way that I hold it against you. Honestly, it was very helpful, and I'm grateful for your assistance.
Did you get what you wanted?
Oh, I most certainly did. Yeah.
What was it?
How much do you know about this?
Clearly, literally
Verena.
nothing.
Well, let me tell you. There is a darkness in Verena. One that has been holding on to this place, and really New Merida as a whole, for a long, long, long time.
Demons?
Demons? Well,
Demons.
Look, I've got no love for the people from the Isles either, but I'm not going that far. No, that is not what I'm talking about. There are the Dowager, Thoralea Horton.
And Ellori looks at Adra, and she's like mouthing, "Close your ears."
Adra is entranced.
Yeah, of course. She
The
tried.
Dowager claims to be the grandmother of our current useless Viscount. Everyone knows that there is no power on this throne without Thoralea. And these documents prove a suspicion we've had for quite some time. You see, Thoralea is not who she says she is. Thoralea is much, much, much older and has had herself in power in other places many times before.
Does it say anything in there about a magic box?
A magic box?
A magic box. A box that knows everything.
It doesn't say anything about the magic box, but it does talk about her time as the Queen of the Vale. The Queen of the Vale is some 150 years ago our emperor for all of New Merida. This woman should not be alive today. There is a darkness that has infected her, and that darkness now holds power over our biggest city.
Is her name actually Elton?
No, my name is not Elton. I have had many, many, many names. Elton is one of them, but it is not a name that matters.
Is there a name I can use that's not the King of Thieves? Because honestly, that just sounds like a mouthful.
Truly, there are no other names that matter than that one. But if you wish to continue to call me Elton, you can, and
Okay.
I will answer to it.
Okay, Elton, I feel like in my guts that you're telling me the truth and that you actually care about Verena and New Merida.
He nods.
So I'm going to tell you something. The reason that I'm here is because the Dowager Viscountess told me to come cut your head off, and I said I wouldn't do that. I did say that I would bring you to her, though, and I'm pretty sure she's going to kill us.
If you bring me to her, she will most definitely kill us.
No, yes, she said that. Yeah, she said that.
No, all of us. She will not spare you in that, I have no doubt.
It's because I know the things in your documents.
And even if you did not, you would be a loose end. I know she would kill you because I would do the same thing.
Okay, can we just stop talking about me dying for maybe a second? Just hypothetically, I'm just trying to be honest with you that death is on the line here for you and probably only you, but definitely you. And I thought that I was coming here to do a good thing, that you were a thief and a criminal and you stole some papers and you dragged me into it and I had a bad day and that was your fault. And even though the scary grandma had a magic box, that seemed pretty evil. And even though she told me that she was going to turn me into a vampire, more than I already am, I thought that I was doing the right thing by coming to find you. I didn't really have any choice, but I also thought I was doing the right thing to clear my name as a criminal. But now I'm thinking that there's maybe nuance to crime. And this is something that it's always been, Elton, let me tell you, it's always been good or bad. You either eat the cookie before your parents get home like your grandma told you not to, or you don't. Now there might be like a good reason to eat the cookie. And that's what you are. You're the good reason to eat the cookie, I think.
I don't want to further complicate things too much for you, my dear, but I do think it's important for me to tell you that I am not doing this from a purely altruistic place. I would like to supplant the Queen of the Vale as the Viscount. That kind of power is not easily and readily available, as you might imagine. There's only so many Viscounts and only so many pathways to the Emperor.
Okay. Now that you've said that, now I know you're being honest, because if you were continuing to lie, you would say that you were doing it for only good. But it seems to me you really care about Verena.
Certainly more than whatever this dark witch is doing with our place of existence, yeah.
Ellori's gonna get up and like walk around the desk to be on the same side to like read some of these papers.
Yeah, and so the documents that you can see, and he lets you read them. Mm-hmm. A couple of them are journal notes from the Dowager that are modern journal notes, but talk about things that she was doing during that time frame. And so one of the things that strikes you about this is that clearly she is unaffected by the fading, because her notes reach back hundreds of years of like current notes she's writing are about memories from hundreds of years ago. Nothing about the box is mentioned, but you do see mentions of her benefactor, and the power that he has bestowed upon her. And through sort of the veneer that is present on this page, right? Things that, because of things you have seen, you can infer that she sort of has a plan to bring about more undead to increase her control, and that the Deadlands are a resource she is looking to tap to do so.
Yeah, it's really just the confirmation of like seeing all of this with her own eyes. Hey, Elton. Can I have a second with my friend?
He looks at you and he says, yeah, I can give you that, but I would really prefer if we didn't leave this place, but I can...
No, I'm just going to take her into I can whisper really quiet.
Great.
Ellori's
he eyes you very suspiciously as you do this.
Yeah, Ellori's going to take Adra into a corner. Adra. Here's the thing.
This is wild.
It should be wild, shouldn't it? But remember the dream I told you about and the things that I could do?
Yeah.
This is just like... This would be normal. I'm pretty sure in my dream I met this guy. I'm pretty sure that in my dream I could do things that I could never even think of dreaming of doing.
Are you saying this guy's the man of your dreams?
Oh, no, Adra, no. Remember, I said the cute one, that wasn't this guy.
Oh, okay.
But what I am saying is that the stuff in that book is pretty bad and seems pretty bad for Numerita and maybe all of Unmaneth. And listen, we came out here to find stories, didn't we? And we've had some good ones. But I think I had a chance for real adventure before and real answers for the Faden. and I didn't take them then. If I can cure my grandma, and if I can save Numerita while I'm at it, I've got to. And Adra, I would love if you could come with me, but I also understand that this is very scary, and I really want to pee right now.
Before Adra can answer, the door bursts open, and in lumbers in 4 zombies and a vampire. A full vampire, dark miasma at his feet. The King of Thieves immediately scrambles up and starts to open a back passageway through the room and tucks himself away. And the vampire says, "I will drain all of you of your blood. You will not stand against the Queen of the Vale." And then your eyes go black. Hey everyone, DM Anthony here, just reminding you that if you're enjoying the show, tell your friends, tell your family, let people know, word of mouth, and you can support the show at patreon.com/adventureinc, or you can check out the shop at adventureincpod.com/shop. Make sure you check the show notes and the website for all our social media, including our Discord, where you can come and hang out with some great people. We'll see you there. And until next week, I wish you nothing but critical success.
Serious business.